1 month, that is the 4th week, you vaccinate, you repeat NCD. That is Newcastle. At 6 weeks, you vaccinate again the smallpox. WM. Smallpox. Hiyo inadungwa hapa kwa mapao. That is smallpox. Alafu 8 weeks ni fall typhoid. Fall typhoid. Ile ya kwanza ni fall, alafu hiyo ingine ni fall typhoid. Hiyo utakuwa leo umemaliza vaccination yote. Then you deworm. After umemaliza vaccination you deworm. That was the main challenge yenye kila mtu akifuata vaccination succeed in full. Another challenge was predators. So you know kuna predators. Hao wanyama wenye wanakuja kuingia kwa nyumba ya kuku wanamaliza kuku. That was another challenge. Predators. Then another challenge is feeds. High cost of feeds. High cost of feeds. And then another challenge is market. That was the challenge also. Market. You can also do farming, then eventually unashindwa unauza wapi. So to solve that problem of market, you have to be very consistent. You have to be very consistent. Ndio watu wakujue you do farming. You know, people recommend kama nyinyi sasa mkishaenda mnasema nikisikia mtu mwenye anataka kuku naambia kuna mtu fulani. So you have to be consistent in what you do. And you produce also the best. You know, if you are if your product is the best, that's where you get market. Poultry also needs regular cleaning. Lazima kukuwe na usafi throughout the farm. You know, you can do everything, but if you fail in doing cleanliness in your poultry house, it will mess up with everything. If you are not comfortable in staying in that chicken house, then you imagine how that chicken will survive. Will survive if you yourself you cannot stay in that chicken house. Is it possible? So we have to make the environment of the chicken very conducive. Up there we have any questions?
Earlier you said you keep black soldier. What benefits do you reap from that?
Black soldier fly is a fly which lays a lot of eggs, and it produces larvae for feeding chicken. That larvae has 50% protein, so it's a way of cutting the cost of feeding the chicken. And you had, I said, one of the challenges is the cost of it. So one way of reducing the cost of it is having other ways. You can do black soldier fly, system where you keep some kuna flies yenye unaweka in cages, then they lay a lot of eggs. You hatch those eggs, you feed them using the waste from the market, from the kitchen. Then you see, you get the larva for feeding the chicken, and you get the waste. The waste you use as organic manure in the farm. We also have Solar weed. There is a weed whereby you can grow in the water. It has also protein, and it can reduce the cost of feeding the chicken. We have not started that one.
In your integrated farming, how do you conserve the resources?
How do you?
Conserve your resources. Resources which you have.
How do I
conserve your resources?
Like?
Let's say this organic garden.
Oh, how do I conserve?
Yes.
Okay, we have set aside. We have set aside where we collect all the waste, then we cover, we decompose. Once they decompose for like 1 month or 2 months, then we use it, we take to the farm. Yes. That's you get a double profit from the waste, from the chicken and dairy foods. So there's no waste in my farm. All the waste from the chicken and dairy food, we use it in nurture the vegetables. Another question?
What difference have you experienced when shifting from use of the chemicals in farming to organic gardening? So how has it been advantageous to you?
One advantage is the profit margin you get is huge, because instead of first buying a fertilizer of 7,000 shillings, conserve your environment. Mumeandika the profit margin. You make more profit instead ya kuenda kutumia pesa kununua those fertilizer. You produce your own manure. So you don't have to incur any cost in production at the farm. And you eat safe food.
Which type of manure do you use in your integrated farm? Because and I see a farm that has high crop yield. Yes, which type of manure do you use?
I use the chicken manure and the goat's manure. Those are the manure I use. Even the waste, you see, if the crops are grown to that stage, the whole system normally, they clear, they collect and they burn, which is a very poor way of farming. When you see your parent doing that system of burning weeds or grass, you advise that is the worst way of doing farming. Even if you have to compound, just make it compost manure and use it at the farm. You can see our farm, the grass, it acts as mulching at the same time. It decomposes and becomes manure.
Okay, maybe I can also ask some questions. Okay, the first question is maybe
from somewhere. My friend also has got from somewhere. Then he informed me that we can use the proper leaves. Yeah, at least with the sulfur, then it's previously exposed. So, and maybe also, just a contemporary question about the GMOs. As far as that is the Vision 2030, the vision is to eradicate hunger. Then, what is your view according to the GMO products?
The first question ilikuwa the disease that affect the eyes.
Yeah,
That's
for reason.
coryza, yeah. And I said about the proper cleaning of the poultry house. I think that is the main thing. We also have disinfectants pathway where we control the germs. We carry from one farm to another. So that disease, if your poultry house is very dirty, the coryza disease will affect your chicken. There is no way, you can do vaccination, but there are other things that you have to do it yourself. You can't say that I have vaccinated my chicken, so they are safe. If you don't do proper cleaning, there are a number of diseases that will affect your chicken. So make sure that the wood shavings, the beddings of the chicken are always clean and dry. At times we also get challenges. Despite the fact how much we try, but it is minimal. That's why there is a certain percentage we allow in every, having a percentage of 3%. That's okay. We can't be 100%. As much as how much we try, there is still a very small percentage we allow. Another thing is because
The methods of the one.
the methods. I've not tried the organic way of using. I've heard about the using of cocoa, but I've not tried. I've not tried other methods. We use tunatumia dawa ya kawaida for deworming. I think it's also the best way because you save on losses, because during deworming it has withdrawal periods. Kama kuku wanataga, you have to dispose all the eggs. Imagine you have 1,000 chicken, and every day you are connected to 2,500, and you have to dispose those eggs for 3 days. So you can see it's a very big loss. So you have to make proper calculation. Another thing it was about fission.
Genetically modified organisms, the GMOs.
I know we are heading that because the population is increasing every now. You know, maybe you have 3 points piece of land, and then in the next 20 years you have your brothers, and you have to subdivide that piece of land. So the farm gets smaller and smaller. That's why there is a system of GMO which is coming up. This is one way you increase production, but there is also other ways you can. So I don't know about the.
There was a question.
Yeah.
Do you have methods that work to conserve water?
Yeah, conserve water. I've not exhausted fully, but my water tuko na borehole yenye iko hapa chini, tuna pump tu. Then I have also planned to harvest rain water. I have not done. I'm in the process. But we have a borehole here. Tumeweka machine. Hiyo ndio inasaidia. One way of doing, the best way of doing farming is having your own water at the farm. It is very difficult to do poultry farming if you don't have a water source, because every day you spend a lot of water cleaning. Before even you give chicken water, you have to clean containers throughout. So you should have a water source.
There's one here.
now that you're doing poultry and goats, based on the size of your farm, you will not be able to actually produce your own feeds. I want to believe now, it's, how do you manage, matters of feeding these birds and maybe those feeds?
Okay, as you can see, my farm is very small, and that's why I opted to do dairy goats instead of doing dairy cow. How many of you have cows at home? Mko na ng'ombe? And you have seen how your parents struggle to get feeds. Inakuwa rahisi. In every day, mambo ya chakula inakuwa ngumu. So I made a decision that I should go to dairy food direction. And our dairy food produces 3 liters of milk. One goat produces 3 liters of milk every day. So, and you know the cost of goat milk is very high. I normally sell at 150 shillings per liter, but in other places they sell 250 shillings, 200 shillings. So you can get more returns by deciding to do other alternative way of milk instead of the other one, which requires a lot of labor and money. So this space is small. I could not manage to keep cows. I decided to keep dairy goats, and we buy feed, but they consume a very little amount of feed.
The butter fat content of a dairy goat and that of a dairy cow is higher in the dairy goat. Do you produce butter here?
No, I don't produce. We have not. We are still expanding. Maybe my future plan is to, when I start doing processing, then we separate.
I see that you have learned the saga. How did, as culture, I say a harsh word us a little bit. So how did you manage, because the weather destroys maybe when you're planting it destroys, but how did you manage to fix your
We do farming consistently. At times, you can see now I manage, but the last one, it didn't make. So we had to destroy and try it again. So at times you become lucky if you are consistent. You can fail and you try, you risk. So the time we risked this one, there was a kind of kulikuwa na chua for a while. So it manages to sprout, and once they are at certain level, the weather will not affect. Normally they are affected by too much rainfall when they are still very young. So there was a lot of rain. So we planted the first round and it fails. We repeat it immediately. Because this thing we have done for a very long time. I've done it for 12 years, farming. So I know there is time for success and there is time for failure. So we are consistent. Even poultry, if we have a problem with diseases, we don't stop. We do it again. So many people try once and they say, I tried and it failed. They give up, they start another thing. You will still get challenges there. So if you have decided to do something, do it consistently and learn from the challenges in the future and you correct. So I know this saga, at this stage, the weather cannot affect. But they are mostly affected when you sow it. Then after 1 week, you put a lot of rain, then it will affect. Kuna swali lingine?
What are the diseases which affect the goats?
The goats.
Yes.
Kuna one challenge of the main one ni disease ingine yenye if you don't vaccinate the name is quite difficult, but I learned because I lost a number of goats because of failure to do vaccination. So that is the challenge yenye nimejifunza, and I learned that I should do regular vaccination. Do just get in touch with the vet, and then every time be in touch with the vet to consult about the type of vaccination you should be doing. And also you feed them well. Try to use the dry matter, dairy meal, you deworm.
Last question. That is what we have.
How do you collect rabbit urine to help you in...
There is a system you can do a system whereby they urinate and then you have a pipe that will collect. It is very easy to collect.
I'm also seeing that you have maize in your farm. So how does the maize complement, for example, farming of the vegetables? So how does it complement other enterprises of farming? And do you rotate or do you plant maize throughout?
Actually, I have a very little maize. My boundary just reaches that side where you can see maize. So I have only around 2 lines of maize. The other side is not. So we have only very little maize just for family consumption. We don't plant maize.
What benefits do the black soldier fly get from other animals?
From upper? I said black soldier fly has 50% of protein, which helps the chicken grow fast. Alafu another benefit, you just get manure out of the waste, out of the kitchen waste you could have thrown and make environment dirty. So you utilize those waste to feed the black soldier fly. From then you get the protein for the chicken, and you also get the manure for your farm. I think that's what you wanted.
Matthew?
When we take the goat's milk,
Where do I take the goat's milk? The first thing is family consumption. Nilisema tunatumia kwa familia. We don't buy milk. We use goat's milk fully. And then the surplus, we have customers. You know it has a lot of benefits. Hata kukue na shida, itafika tu mahali yenye utaambiwa you are referred to use goat's milk, and you will think of contacting me. So kuna some diseases yenye maziwa ya mbuzi inasaidia hata watoto wenye hawakunyonya. It's an alternative of the breast milk. Sasa kuna mtoto mwenye hakunyonya, but itabidi sasa utafute ya mbuzi ndio tutumie.
Do you keep albine breeds or other breeds?
I keep albine and Tockenburg. I also have Samet, which I saw recently, but because of not much good for this area, because the Samet are very suitable in warm areas. But I opted to try one.
One last question. In your integrated farming, how do you space the crops to avoid them to stop fighting for nutrients? Because I've seen the crops are let's say in science, they are closely packed.
My God.
You know, as you can see, saga. You know, saga is normally it's a weed. That's why they call it spider weed. So you know, weeds normally they are overgrown, but as you can see, we thin it. Tukipanda huwa tunapunguza tuna thin, and then wapati chache, but still zinachaa tu because they are weeds. Right up, you have a question? Crafting, no.
Last question, please, because of time. We still have a lot to do.
We will still have more questions tukimaliza tutatembea, then mtakuja kuuliza maswali baadaye.
It's okay? Like this? Then clap him. Very good. Thank you for making the session to be very interactive.
Na mjue mimi sikusomea agriculture. Sasa hii ni kujifunza tu.
Sasa mfanyakazi ni mwakaji.
Now, we are going to have a group of 10, but I want to emphasize what is the question Brian asked. What was the question? What was the question? It was about water conservation. But the answer that was given, it was about harvesting, water harvesting, right? Water harvesting methods. Rooftop, and then service. Very good. Then you can see tanks here. Which types of tanks are these? Metallic. Is this? Plastic. Someone may play with your mind and ask you, why is it raised? Why is this tank raised? To do what? Very good. To increase pressure. I have not asked about, you can see he has he did this in grade 6. The ornamental what? Garden. You can see the different types of flowers. We have, what is this? Capital? Yeah? Multi-story garden. And the other one? Food. That is? Huh? Praise? Praise what? Another bed or seed bed? Moisture? We will go round. So I need a group of 10. Okay. So let me start here. Say what? Good. How many? Hi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What is it?
Na sauti. Na wifi. Kwa fungua tena. Leta, nikusaidie.
How does this guy stop the flies, man? Here.
Uko interested na flies?
Wow.
Epic. Kumsa na real, man.
Unajua LED light ikiwake
Wapande kwa harusi.
Kama hivi. I've never seen those things. Do they have eggs?
Where's my phone? I've never seen those things.
Tuko live fountain schools grade 9 kwa YouTube.
I've never seen them.
I've never seen this. Usiongee vibaya.
Kegel paket leburta ni chun.
It's white. I don't know why. And if I go back and I'll find it. Nimebeba huku. Fungua.
Silky bats.
Nimeenda kwa bats.
Karibu na nyuma mkono. Sasa tiki.
Imezimika.
Haiwezi kufanya kitu katika kulamba wewe.
Vive. 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 Vive usishuke. Mchungane na hapa kuna hiki
huyo mgwele ni wanda nataka mchezo ikuchenda pesa ya pesa na pesa na alianza kutoka naonekana aliota usiku
Sasa ni mbuzi ni. Sasa upande basi. Nakam.
I need to do sungura. I need to do sungura. Live.
Go live sai.
Eka hapa. Ndio hii pia hii side. Usisonga.
Hilda.
Osia. Nilikuwa nakwambia nachimba hivi chini kabisa. Nini hiyo? Ndizi. Nilikuwa naambia.
Sasa, hebu sikia kwa yako.
We have the hearts and the fruit.
Hey, you have to do it.
Where can you ask questions here? What are the advantages of this story garden? Space, number 2.
Increases crop yield.
Increases what? Increases less? Apart from that?
Source of income.
Source of income. Very good. Source of income. What else? Moja ni ngapi?
Alvin, sugar. Ukule bebeshi. Bebeshi, bebeshi, bebeshi. Bebeshi, bebeshi.
Sasa uchumi. Wale kama mkate upi. We msiningoe mahindi bana.
Tena inataka yenye imekauka. Usipe yenye mbichi sana. Unataka ile yenye imekauka. Wacha na hiyo.
Nafika. Sina ruhusa. Yote. Bibeshi, bibeshi unatesa mjiji bana.
Ongea naye. Ameshika.
The parent is on like class. Reza kushamba.
Ameng'oa chai hapa.
Ameng'oa tu yote. Sasa majani na nifuatiliza kwa human being. Mimi naona kula tu manyamnyam. Nita. Ndio. Strawberry. Wewe si pichu. Pata sidi na ka. Bibi anapenda hizi avocado. Hizi zishaanguka. Inapiga made. Hiyo vio kama kabla ipande juu. Wewe nani? Natoka hiyo. Sasa ndio shida nene. Kuja kuna mabaki kila mahali kala.
Umepiga?
The last group.
Last group, come. Follow me. On the side. Please. Go like.
Yako ilikuwa